Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be reviewing new shades that ROMAND came out with. This is in collaboration with Zoe and Friends. I'm going to be reviewing new shades from their JLT collection as well as their Lasting Melting Balm. They do have a lot more new shades, including a gray shade, but I only got 3. Alright, so starting first, we're going with their Lasting Melting Balm. Again, there are 2 new shades, but I only got 1. This is Daisy Jelly and shade 20. This is described as a soft coral color, and it is labeled as a semi-light, semi-neutral color, but it does lean a little bit more warm tone on the chart, it seems. It does look quite similar to the promotional picture. You sort of have this light and bright coral pink color, sort of a mixture of a coral and cool pink color to it, so I guess it balances out. And this is actually a little bit more light environment than I thought it would be. A subtle pop of color to your lips for the gradients look. Alright, so the more they apply, the more bright environment it is going to look. Still looks pretty similar to the promotional picture. Semi-bright. It does have subtle coral undertones, so it works really well for my light spring seasonal palette. I do find that the formula is slightly a little bit different from previous shades. Compared to previous shades, Daisy Jelly is a lot more lightweight and it melts easily onto the lips, so once you're applying it, it's kind of like a lip balm. For previous shades, you do feel this thick formula. Also, they do have a lot more pigmentation. For Daisy Jelly, it applies sheer and then you can build up the color really well, similar to their sheer tint balms, which I also do like. However, pigmentation is pretty nice. It just takes a few layers to kind of layer it on top and get some pigmentation. Regardless, it does feel very moisturizing. Let's go ahead with the transfer test. And again, with these, they don't have much of a stain. Just a quick hand comparison. At the bottom is Daisy Jelly. On top of that is Kaya Fig and then Sorbet Balm. Kaya Fig is a neutral mute shade, so it does go a few shades darker. For Sorbet Balm, it does have a similar brightness as Daisy Jelly, but it does look a little bit more orange. And then right here is Dear Apple, which was the closest on the chart, but looking on the hand swatches, they are quite different from each other. Dear Apple is definitely a lot more dark, a lot more rosy. And the closest match that I could find is Peach Peach Me from their Juicing Lasting Tint collection. This is in the new formula. Probably can go a few shades darker, but they're very similar in undertone and shade as well. Moving on to their Juicy Lasting Tint, they do have 3 new shades and I only got 2. 36 and 37. For 30, it's Cloudberry. It's this gray color, so I skipped out on that. Anyway, this is 36 Kitten Lychee. This is described as being a light lychee pink color. Sort of this light cool tone pink color with a little bit of a purple undertone. Definitely a shade that I've seen before, so I'll do comparison swatches later. Some of you have been really good with color matching. Try to guess what this shade looks like because it is from one of their collection as well. Even if it's something that's already on the market, this is very beautiful and flattering shade. For the full look, the more they apply, the more pink it is going to look, more of a cool tone shade. For 36, it does come in this do-it-yourself packaging where you do have the option to put stickers and then apply the lid on top. And I only was able to get the cap, but this bottom part is like really hard to push and kind of click it in place. I'll just do a quick transfer test. And it does transfer a bit. There's a little bit of a stain. Alright, so here's a comparison swatch. Let's see if you were able to color match this. But at the bottom is Kitten Lychee, Snow Strawberry, Joseon Fig, and then Lilac Cream. Very similar to Snow Strawberry, but Snow Strawberry does go slightly lighter, slightly bright as well. So it's not as mute as Kitten Lychee, but I don't know. On the lips, they could look similar. For Joseon Fig, it is a little bit more rosy, slightly more warm tone as well. And then the closest match that I could find is Lilac Cream from their Beautiful Water collection. Very similar in muteness and shade and oxidation. Last but not least, this is shade 37, Daisy Guava. This is described as being a soft coral color. It does seem to be more on the warm tone side. Compared to the promotional picture, it's a little bit more mute in person, but it does have that similar sort of like the coral rosy color. And with that said, it gives a very beautiful natural rosy shade. The more they apply, the more mute and rosy it is going to get. A little bit of a coral undertone, but overall it is going to be more of this natural rosy shade. Here's the hand swatch comparison. At the bottom is Daisy Guava, Juju Fig, Almond Rose, and then If Rose. For Juju Fig, I'd say it's the cool tone version. It does have more of a fuchsia pink color to it, so it's not as warm tone. Probably the cool and warm tone version of each other. For Almond Rose, it is a little bit more mute. It does have more of this it does have more brown in it, so it's not going to be as bright as Daisy Guava. And then the closest match I could find is If Rose from their Beautiful Water collection. Very similar in muteness and shade. And then just a quick comparison, this is Follow Rose from Peripera's Ink Mood Glowy Tint. It does have more brown in it. For my intro and outro video, I went in with Daisy Jelly as a base. And then I applied Guava Daisy and then a corner of my lips. For overall, today's pick would probably be Daisy Jelly just because of the formula. It's lightweight, but it adds a lot of moisturization and a glossy finish. Very easy to build up the color as well. And a little bit similar to the sheer tinted sticks, like I said earlier, which I do really like as well. That'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.